So this Western Conference officially makes no damn sense. The teams that you would expect to be at the top, I mean, OKC's doing alright, the Spurs are a little bit over 500, the Warriors are way at the bottom, and as a result, we're at the top. Now, if we look at some of the teams, I mean, the San Antonio Spurs, for example, Kawhi Leonard, I mean, his production has been fine. LaMarcus Aldridge has been pretty good as well. But then we look at, like, Tony Parker. Yeah, the guy might be efficient as all hell, but his production's pretty bad. And then Danny Green, that guy really can't hit a shot to save his life at the moment. Look at those percentages. And then if we're going to look at Golden State, who's way at the bottom, like, well, the Splash Brothers, which is still a terrible nickname, but I used it anyway. Steph Curry and Klay, they're fine. Draymond is a little worse than real life, but, I mean, we've seen him put up those numbers before. But weirdly enough, it's us and the Suns at the top of the conference, and that's who we're going to be playing today. And in our previous matchup against Phoenix, we got the better of them. They made it interesting until about the second half. But then there were just a few close plays that were able to really decide it for us. Them leaving the golden afro, Justin Anderson wide open, and then Yusuf Nurkic. This was around the time when he finally realized that he could be a scorer for us off the bench, and in fact it was really a role made in heaven for the guy. And then they just kind of allowed Moutier to get into the open floor, which is the worst thing you can ever do against us. So we're fighting for the 1 seed, but we're also seeing if KJ McDaniels can really be effective as our starting shooting guard, because the last time we saw him trying in that spot, it was against James Harden, and he had 2 fouls in like the first 2 minutes of the game, so he had to go out. And we saw Gary Harris in there pretty damn quickly. But then towards the later part of the game, when KJ was actually playing, he was able to be productive for us. So the KJ McDaniels starting 2-guard experiment, he's going to get some more opportunities, because I think that the idea of that has a lot of potential. But here we are in Phoenix once again, fighting for this 1 seed, seeing if we can just get a little separation on these guys, because somehow we're the 2 top teams in the conference. I have no idea how this is. And then early on, Eric Bledsoe's trying to make something happen, and Trevor Booker, who I've tried to shoot the ball with in this game, and that release is like, it's not Carlos Boozer free throws bad, but it's pretty tough. KJ, who has not fouled out of the game yet, congratulations for him for that, he hits that shot. Eric Bledsoe getting really aggressive on Moutier. There's not many point guards who can actually compete with Moutier physically. He might be one of them. And then we kind of see KJ's worth right there leading that fast break, because him and Justin Anderson, that's got to be 2 of the more quick wings in the league. And then Pierre Jackson, I'm showing him some love because, listen, this guy actually has the ability to score. I just don't shoot the ball with him too often. But maybe in the postseason we'll give him some more scoring opportunities when Moutier is not in the game. I mean, that would always be good to have. But I don't really know what I was doing on this one. I ran into like 3 guys when Nurkic had an opportunity for a mid-range shot. I don't know what I was doing, okay? I was probably looking off at the side at something. Who knows? Wesley Matthews' eyes got really large when he saw he had an isolation opportunity on Gallinari, which goes about as well as you'd probably expect. You don't see Wesley Matthews doing too many ISOs, but when you have Gallo defending you, you might as well try it, you know? Thon Maker gets stripped by somebody. I don't know who that was. And then Bledsoe says, why don't you all give me this lead right now? Phoenix is good. Okay, we've played them before, and we were the better team once, but really, guys? An offensive rebound to a shooting guard off of a free throw? That's not good, okay? We're down 4. I try to get a little fancy with Moutier. His stat line's pretty damn good, even though you haven't seen him do anything in this game, because I'm just fantastic at editing, let's be honest. But KJ, look at that. That is what we can expect with KJ in the starting lineup, is more plays like that. And that's really the reason why I want him in there, because, I mean, as much as I like Gary Harris, he's not always going to do those type of plays. Nerlens Noel's flat top got dunked on by Thon Maker. And I mentioned before how I thought KJ and Moutier could be one of the best defensive backcourts in the league. You see Moutier here, okay? getting the strip on Bledsoe. These are the type of things that you can expect with these two. And in fact, I might want to try to get some double teams with these guys. It's just, Bledsoe and Knight as a backcourt and Wesley Matthews. That's not really the type of players you want to leave open to double team one guy with, but depending on who we're facing, I'm running Thad Young at center because I wanted to try a little small lineup. It was okay. It didn't work beautifully. It's not like we just went on like a 9-0 run or anything, but Ilyasova, who, depending on what season it is, might be Michael Jordan or he might be Brian Scalabrine, misses that one. KJ don't miss that, though. 8-point game. KJ's shot is where I want it to be, and really, this game here shows the type of performance that I think KJ can give us being a starter, which is stealing the ball, getting out on the fast break, and then still being able to hit three-pointers. Speaking of three-pointers, Gallinari, okay, he's always going to be reliable when it comes to that. And then Eric Bledsoe, I mean, I have a tough time staying in front of him when I have Moutier, let alone when Pierre Jackson's in the game. Bledsoe's tough, okay, he's going to definitely give us some problems. I risked getting a backcourt violation on that one. Fortunately, maybe the ref wasn't looking. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bad judge of where the half-court line is. And then Devin Booker just kind of flails his body into Gallinari, which is some form of defense. I don't know what it is exactly. 6-point lead. And now I got the starters back in the game. Moutier's back in there. And Devin Booker, you better watch your dribble against KJ. Why would you give the ball off to Nerlens Noel in the post? Okay. If Noel just wants to stand there and not do anything. Is Noel point shaving? Is there going to be a scandal against Nerlens Noel for intentionally losing this game to win a bet? Maybe, who knows. Thad Young with the rebound. Thad Young's so reliable, man. Does so many things well for us. We beat the Phoenix Suns, and now I can say that regular season has concluded because I don't really know what else we can get out of it besides what we've seen to this point. So let's go through some of the postseason awards. KD, he always wins MVP in this game, let's be honest. Dennis Smith as the Rookie of the Year. Thon Maker lost out. That's too bad. And wait, what? John Wall's the sixth man? Behind a rookie? Should I have traded for John Wall and made Emmanuel Mudiay and Wall the best backcourt ever? Maybe. Trey Lyles, most improved? How the hell did he win that over Mudiay? I don't know. But we do have our point guard as the All-NBA second team. There we go. Some recognition he deserves. Stat line is pretty damn good across the board. And Thon Maker managed the first team All-Rookie. I don't know, man. I mean, 15, 10, and 2.5 blocks on the 1 seed. I feel like that's Rookie of the Year worthy. Anyway, we're facing the Clippers. And if you look at the Clippers' age, they might have had one of those, we just want to get through the regular season type of years. Now, granted, the record's not beautiful, so I guarantee they had their not as awesome moments, but I still believe that Blake Griffin is going to be a very tough cover, especially for Thad Young. I think Chris Paul is going to be tough and effective on both sides of the floor. I think J.J. Redick is still one of the best shooters in the league, and Brook Lopez is a fine low-post scorer. For some reason, he always gets traded to the Clippers. Luke Babbitt is their small forward, who might be the one guy in the league who looks like he shouldn't be in the league, but we have to deal with his shooting, and Zach Randolph's low post scoring is going to be interesting off the bench. It's us and the Clippers coming up.